This is a little controversial, but where do you stand on the idea of a convention of states to propose amendments to the Constitution?
I know the fear that a lot of our colleagues have that a convention would be runaway. But what could be worse than what we have now?
That's been
I am willing to take that chance. I have offered myself to be chair of that convention.
See, then no one would have any problem if you were the chair, right? What could go wrong?
I'm sorry to be so vain, but, there's just a half a dozen things you would want to put in the Constitution, like the word expressly in the 10th Amendment, like defining commerce in the Interstate Commerce Clause. It's not too much we'd have to clarify.
But also, we wouldn't just have to focus on changing the wording and clarifying definitions, because wording is so slippery. But what you could change the structure of how things work. You could say if X number of states think a law is unconstitutional, it gets invalidated, something like that.
100% with you on that. You and I have been arguing for this since we were teenagers. In those days, to deaf ears. In these days, to many millions of people who have seen enough is enough.
Yeah. It would just be another layer of protection. Let the states play a role.
Charlie Rice, the professor at Notre Dame who taught Judge Barrett and me, used to say, I don't think that the convention would come about, but as you started to get more and more states on board, the Chuck Schumers of the world — in those days, Chuck was a congressman, he wasn't the majority or the minority leader of the Democrats in the Senate — would start to get terrified and be looking over their shoulders. And it might actually dampen their enthusiasm for big government, for fear that they would be out of jobs in the new system.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it was just sort of an argument in favor of the march toward the convention, that we might actually see real results without the convention actually being called.
The question facing us and facing our fellow countrymen is a two-word question. Very simply, who decides? The American founders had a simple answer: we, the people, decide.